All right, everybody, welcome back to the third part of what could be an infinite series of videos, but we're going to make it a three-part video here. In this video, we are going to learn how to format the header of our APA style document. We're going to learn how to format the header in Microsoft Word and take a look at a few other things and try to wrap this tutorial series up in 3 videos. See you in the video. All right, ladies and gentlemen, so we're back here with our APA document, and let's say we've got a whole bunch of text. We've written the page, and we've written the paper, written the report, written the discussion response. Now we want to go ahead and format our headers to make them in APA format. So here's the big deal about APA format. The first page has to be formatted differently than the subsequent pages. So let's get into the header. The easiest way to do that is just to double click up into the header. Again, accessing this would be slightly different on the web-based version of Microsoft Word. This is the desktop version of Microsoft Word. In any case, get into the header, and then the very first thing you're going to want to do is locate this little button right here that says different first page. Okay, it's got to be a different first page because we want the first page to be different than all the other pages, and here's why. We're up in the very first page at the top in the header, left aligned. Okay, and what we're going to first start by typing is we're going to type the words running head like this. Okay, then we're going to put a colon. Okay, and then we're going to type the title of our paper in all caps. Okay, we'll change the font here and the size here in a second. So now that we've done that, what we want to do is hit tab twice. Okay, now you notice we're over here, we're right aligned. So that little right angle thing right there, that means that we have a right tab, and as I'm typing the text is going to move to the left. So that's what a right tab will do. So now that we're over here, what we want to do is actually insert the page number, but not on the first page. Okay, so let me just delete this out, since on the very first page we do not want the page number. We've already explained that we want a different first page to Microsoft Word. So if I scroll down here to a subsequent page, you notice there's nothing here at all, and that's because we've told Microsoft Word we want to have a different first page. So now let's move into the second page of our report here, and this time we're not going to type running head. We're just going to type the title in all caps. So title of paper, all caps, left aligned, and then we're going to hit tab twice, and we're going to insert just a page number. So find where you insert page numbers. Right here, we're going to click page number, and then we're going to move our mouse down to current position, and we're just going to insert this plain and simple number right here. Now when we insert it, it should be a 2. There it is, it's a 2. And that's because Microsoft has already paginated the text in the background. It knows that this is page 1, but it knows that we didn't want a page number here. So it's starting the numbering here on page 2 with the number 2, as opposed to, say, the number 1. So now we're going to format this properly by changing the font to size 12 Times New Roman. Okay, size 12 Times New Roman. No bold, just unbolded, size 12 Times New Roman. That's what it should look like. And then up here on the first page, because it's a different first page, we're going to have to format it as well. Size 12 Times New Roman. Okay, if you remember one thing from this video series, it's that everything is in size 12 Times New Roman. All right, so there we go. Let's get out of that. And that is the header of our document. Okay, now before I close out the tutorial series, I thought I would show just one more method of including a citation. So before, we learned how to include the full bibliographic citation with that hanging indent, and then we learned how to do in-text citations. Okay, this was the first citation, if you remember. First citation looks like this, and then subsequent citations if I was going to do a subsequent citation, let's say I was going to cite this again, I would just get rid of these last names, just put that first last name there, comma, et al. Period, comma, and then the year. Okay, but there is another way. All right, so it could get sort of monotonous to just conclude sentences with a parenthetical citation. So there's a way to sort of bring the citation into the context of the sentence to make it more interesting for the reader. And the real basic way to do that is to say, instead of writing out the Association for Psychological Science endeavors to bring scientific rigor to the discipline of psychology, we can say according to, okay, I'll show you this, the first citation, then I'll show subsequent citations. According to Spielman, comma, Jenkins, comma, and Lovett, and then in parentheses we're going to put 2020, okay? So we're going to put that in parentheses, 2020, that's the year. So according to Spielman, comma, Jenkins, comma, and Lovett, 2020, comma, and then we'll include our statement. The Association for Psychological Science endeavors to bring scientific rigor to the discipline of psychology, period. Okay, so notice these two are identical. You know, I have absolutely just duplicated the citation here, but in this way, the only thing that's in parentheses is the year of publication. It actually kind of reads better, right? According to Spielman, comma, Jenkins, comma, and Lovett, 2020, the Association for Psychological Science, blah, 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 blah. So it's just another way of doing it, and it's kind of like, I don't know, more stylistic, more aesthetically pleasing to the reader. So let's say we were going to do a second citation there, and we wanted to use this according to thing. But this is the second citation. So we'll say according to Spielman, comma, et al., period, 2020, the Association for Psychological Science endeavors to bring scientific rigor to the discipline of psychology. Okay? So notice the difference here. So this was a first time citation using the according to method, and this is like a subsequent citation using the according to method. All right, so that kind of brings it all home. At this point, we have learned a lot. We've learned how to, in this little tutorial series, we've learned how to properly format a bibliography using a hanging indent for a textbook there. And then we've learned many, many, many ways to include citations. I've shown 4 different ways to do it here. One where it's parenthetical at the end of the sentence, first citation, parenthetical, end of the sentence, subsequent citations, and then sort of, I don't want to call this the incorporating of the citation into the sentence itself method, first citation and subsequent citations. Okay, so the other big thing we did was we learned how to format the header of our paper. Remember, in the header we had a different first page. That was the big thing there. There's no page number on the first page, and we include this little preamble here of running head, and then we put the title of our paper, and then down here we, in subsequent pages, we include the page number right aligned, and left aligned we put just the same title of our paper there, but we don't put running head. So just running head's only on the first page. It tells the reader here's what the header of the paper is going to be, and then throughout the paper you just see that header. Okay, so that really concludes this series of tutorial videos. Again, APA citation is sort of one of those things that goes on and on and on and on and on. I want to leave you with kind of how I would research the weird situations you're going to encounter when doing APA citations, okay? So here's how I would do it, because there's really no way to just bring it all into a tutorial video. So let's go to a tab here, and let me show you what I would do. If I were you and I didn't know what to do with the APA citations, I would go to Google and I would type, how to, and then insert your deal, right? APA citation. So I'll give you an example, how to cite a journal article in APA. Okay, so then I'd search for that, and I would do two things. First, I'd click on images. Okay.
Susan, teachers, the time now is 3:30, and that concludes our instructions for today. Students, you can come in now, and if you're a bus rider, please exit towards the bus, and if you are a car rider, walking, please come to the front. Have a great day.
Great. This is unbelievable. Okay. Okay, so under the images, under Google search, when you're looking for APA citation stuff, there's usually a lot of good stuff under the images tab. Like, look here. Here's something that's showing you how to do it. Here's somebody else taking the time to show you how to do it. Here's another one, right? So then I would go back to those search results and kind of look through the first few articles, right? So here's an EasyBib article on how to cite a journal. Here's another article. So what I would do is click through all of the different search results and kind of get a sense for what these different websites are suggesting that you do for your particular APA citation issue. And then take a look at the images. And then finally, take a look at any videos, all right? Because there's probably, just like this tutorial set, there's probably dozens or even hundreds of tutorials on how to do particular APA citations. So you've got to search it out yourself, because many of these are kind of niche issues with APA, and you'll want to look at example after example after example before you get the gist of what you're trying to accomplish. All right, let's bring it back to the Word document. That's it for this tutorial series. I hope you've learned a lot, and we'll see you in the next video. Thanks. All right, students, that concludes the tutorial video series on APA citations. It is merely an introduction. The world of APA citations is broad and vast and wide and deep, and what you'll want to do is just explore it and learn along the way. Of course, I'm here to help. But I hope you've enjoyed the tutorial series. If you have, please give this video a like, a thumbs up. Please hit that notification bell so you're always alerted to new videos. Subscribe to the channel, share the video with your friends, and we will see you in a future tutorial video. Thanks.